At the beginning of the movie, we see a boy named Liu Chunhe who limps up the stairs with great difficulty and somehow manages to reach the rooftop. Once there, he starts gazing at the sky. His condition is the result of a neurological disorder, due to which more than half of his body does not function properly. While looking at the sky, Liu begins thinking about his final wishes. Just then, his grandmother calls him downstairs and asks what he was doing on the roof. Liu replies that he was just looking at the sky. If there's anyone in this whole world who loves Liu the most, it is his grandmother. When Liu sees his grandmother preparing clothes, he tries to do the same. Unfortunately, because of his trembling hands and twisted neck, he cannot even properly hold the clothes. Seeing his condition makes his grandmother feel deeply emotional, but she controls her feelings and does not show her pain in front of Liu so that his courage does not break. After some time, the landline phone rings at home. When the grandmother answers the call, she is shocked to learn that the school where Liu had submitted his resume for a job now wants to interview him. She immediately shares the news with Liu, who becomes extremely happy upon hearing it. Even though his body does not function properly, Liu does not want to become a burden on his grandmother for the rest of his life. In the next scene, on Liu's birthday, his grandmother goes to celebrate with her friends. The party has another reason as well. It has been a whole year since the grandmother returned home. Before cutting the cake, Liu tries to blow out the candles, but his condition is so severe that he cannot even blow properly. After the party begins, the grandmother tells her friends that they should practice for the upcoming concert, as the date is approaching soon. In fact, the grandmother and her friends are going to participate in a grand concert. They have already booked a wonderful venue for it. While everyone is chatting, Liu accidentally chokes on a drink, and alcohol gets stuck in his throat. Seeing this, his grandmother becomes very tense because she knows that when Liu's mother finds out, she will scold her badly. After some time, her fear turns out to be true. Liu's mother angrily shouts at the grandmother, asking why she gave him a drink despite knowing everything about his condition. In response, the grandmother says that at least on his birthday, he should be allowed to live freely, and she knows better than anyone how to take care of Liu. She tells her daughter not to teach her what is right and wrong. After that, both mother and daughter focus on taking care of Liu. Later, when Liu is sitting near the bathtub, he sadly says, "She died." His grandmother asks, "Who died?" Liu replies, "My cat." That night, Liu takes out a bag to sleep in and somehow adjusts himself inside it, holding a fake skeleton in his hand. His grandmother tells him that he has grown up now and should stop sleeping inside the bag, but Liu does not listen to her. The next morning, Liu's mother asks him about improving his handwriting. Liu says that he is still trying. However, only Liu and his grandmother know that he spends the entire day having fun with her. Before leaving, Liu's mother gives the grandmother the full schedule for the day and strictly tells her not to take Liu anywhere after she leaves. But deep down, the grandmother thinks that no matter what her daughter says, she will do what Liu truly wants. A few days pass. The day finally arrives when the school calls Liu for demo classes. When he enters the classroom, the children start laughing at him because of his condition. However, Liu ignores them and recites a beautiful poem he has written. The poem is so powerful and touching that anyone listening to it could burst into tears. After he finishes, all the students and teachers praise him. The grandmother feels hopeful that Liu will surely get the job. But later, a teacher says that because of Liu's condition, they cannot keep him among the children. Hearing this, both Liu and his grandmother feel deeply saddened, yet Liu does not lose hope. To cheer him up, the grandmother takes Liu to a restaurant. There, her old friend Dio, a famous drum player, is also present. She asks Dio to come and play the drums at their concert because they currently do not have a drummer available. However, Dio clearly refuses and says that he is facing some problems at home and therefore will not be able to play at the concert. Then the grandmother talks to her friends about finding a drum player. Everyone present starts calling drummers they know, but nothing works out anywhere. Just then, the grandmother's eyes fall on Liu, and she suddenly realizes that Liu can also play the drums. On the way back home, she talks to Liu about it. Liu says it's impossible. He could never play the drums. The grandmother replies, "Why not?" Have you forgotten how well you used to play the drums in kindergarten? After a while, when the bus stops at a station, Liu sees a woman holding a small child and gives up his seat for her. This was the thing his grandmother loved most about him. He never thought about himself, but always about others. However, while the bus is moving again, it suddenly brakes, and because of the sudden jolt, Liu loses his balance and falls down. The driver then tells the grandmother that if Liu knows about his condition, why did he give up his seat? Hearing this, the grandmother gets furious. She could tolerate anything, but not anyone insulting her grandson. That evening, when Liu, his grandmother, and his mother sitting together for dinner, his mother asks the grandmother how everything is going. The grandmother replies that everything is going very well and that Liu is focusing seriously on his studies. Neither the grandmother nor Liu tells his mother where they went that day or what happened on the bus. Later, the grandmother goes to Liu's room to talk to him, and Liu says he feels bad about lying. The grandmother explains that he is grown up now, and sometimes a boy has to tell such lies. Once again, the grandmother tries to convince Liu to become the drummer. Liu doesn't really want to play the drums, but to make his grandmother happy, he agrees. The next morning, the grandmother announces in front of all her friends that Liu will play the drums. The problem, however, is that Liu cannot even properly hold the drumsticks, so how will he play? One of the grandmother's friends makes a slight insult about Liu, which makes the grandmother so angry that she runs toward her to hit her. But just then, Liu grabs the drumsticks and begins practicing drum beats. After a while, a flying disc from a girl playing nearby lands near him. Liu tries to pick it up, but fails. The girl herself comes over, picks up the disc, and then starts playing the drums as well to make Liu happy. When Liu looks at her, he cannot stop staring, because for the first time he feels as if someone exists just for him. After that, he keeps thinking about her for a long time. Once the grandmother's argument is settled, they return home. That night, Liu keeps thinking about the girl again. Just then, his mother comes into the room and says that she and his father are going on a long trip. So Liu will have to take care of himself and also look after his grandmother. Liu feels a little sad hearing this. Then he asks his mother, "If a regular university accepts me, can I go there to study?" His mother clearly refuses. After she leaves the room, the grandmother reassures him, saying, "Don't worry at all. I have saved a lot of money for your education, and whenever you need it, that money will be there for you." The next morning, Liu's mom and dad leave for their trip. As soon as they leave, the grandmother takes Liu to meet her friends. Once again, they start discussing the drummer issue. After some time, the girl also arrives there, and Liu becomes very happy to see her. But soon after, Dio arrives with his drums, and all of Liu's happiness fades away. Dio has now agreed to play the drums, which means the group no longer needs Liu. When Dio sees Liu's condition, he says, playing the drums is not a child's game. Hearing Dio's words makes Liu very angry. The girl then tells Liu, "Today, show Dio what you're capable of." Then Dio and Liu begin drumming together. Liu tries to match the same rhythm Dio is playing. When all of Dio's tricks fail, he starts drumming much faster, knowing that Liu's hands do not function properly and that he won't be able to keep up with such speed. But Liu is not willing to lose in front of the girl. He starts drumming just as fast as Dio and continues playing until Dio's hands finally grow tired. After witnessing everything, the grandmother and everyone present decide to organize a competition between Liu and Dio. Whoever wins the contest will become their final drummer. A little later, when Liu goes to the bathroom, he meets the same girl near the wash basin. They introduce themselves to each other. The girl says, "My name is Yaya." "What's your name?" Liu replies, "My name is Liu Chunhe." Liu wants to talk to Yaya a lot more, but she leaves after just a few minutes. When the grandmother sees Liu with Yaya, she realizes that Liu has started liking her. That night, Liu even dreams about himself and Yaya. In his dream, he no longer has any neurological disorder, and he and Yaya have grown very close to each other. The next morning, the grandmother talks to Liu about Yaya and tells him that he is now 20 years old, and having such feelings at his age is completely normal. Liu then says that he wants to get a job, and that's why he has applied for a position at a cafe. When the cafe owner looks at Liu's resume, he likes it very much. However, he tells Liu, If you want this job, you'll have to prove that you can actually do the work. Hearing this, Liu starts thinking deeply, and then he gets an idea. He begins loudly reciting the entire cafe menu in front of everyone. Liu is confident that after this, the owner won't refuse him. But when he finishes, the owner says, "I was looking for a normal person for this cafe." Hearing this, the grandmother feels deeply saddened. Liu then walks straight to his grandmother and asks her to join him for a meal. She asks, "How did you see me?" Liu replies, "The moment I left home, I knew you were following me." Then, smiling, he tells her everything that happened at the cafe and says that the owner didn't refuse him. Instead, after thinking carefully, he gave him the job. Hearing this, tears fill the grandmother's eyes, and she hugs Liu lovingly. After that, the two of them leave to practice drum beating. When they reach the practice spot, they see that Diao is extremely angry because someone has broken his drum before the competition. It is very likely that Yaya did this because she didn't want Liu to lose the competition. Moreover, breaking the drum also meant that Diao would not be able to participate in the concert. That means Liu is now the final drummer. After that, Liu makes a firm decision that from today onward, he will change himself and prove to everyone that he is capable of doing everything just like a normal person. From then on, Liu starts exercising every day and taking his medicines on time. Soon, he even becomes skilled at his work in the cafe. After some time, the grandmother's friends come over to the house for a party, and Yaya also arrives with them. Seeing her makes Liu extremely happy. Yaya pulls Liu into the bedroom. Now, Liu finally has both the time and the opportunity to express his feelings. When Yaya looks at Liu's diary, she's amazed because it is filled with one beautiful poem after another. Liu then flips a page and shows her a poem he wrote especially for her. At that moment, neither Liu nor his grandmother has any idea that Liu's mother is standing outside the house. Inside the room, Liu begins speaking lovingly to Yaya. He even tries to touch her cheeks. Yaya realizes that Liu has fallen in love with her and tries to leave, but Liu holds her hand. Just then, Liu's mother enters the house and sees everything. Then she asks Liu, "Who is this girl?" The grandmother says that she is Liu's classmate, but Liu's mother gets furious because she knows all of Liu's classmates well and has never seen Yaya before. He tells his mother, "Yes, I didn't study and I don't want to repeat my class either." His mother asks, "Then what will you do?" Liu replies that he has applied to a university and is also working at a cafe. Hearing this, his mother is shocked and starts shouting at the grandmother because she was responsible for taking care of Liu. But Liu stops her and says, "Don't say anything to Grandma. Whatever I did by my own choice." Then he pours out his heart and says, "You are always yelling at me, but think for a moment. Who gave birth to me? If I'm like this, whose fault is it? It's because of you. It's not my fault." Hearing this, his mother feels deeply hurt and becomes silent. Later that night, when Liu is sitting on the rooftop, his grandmother comes to him. Liu asks, "What would happen if I jumped off this building?" The grandmother gently hits him and says, "Never say something like that again, or I will jump with you." A few days pass, and Liu becomes stubborn again. This time he wants to learn driving. The grandmother agrees and pays the fees at a driving school. Though deep inside, she is very worried that something might happen to him. But a grandmother is a grandmother. She wants to fulfill every dream of her grandson. She knows there is no cure for Liu's illness, yet she always encourages him so that he never loses hope. In the next scene, while Liu and his grandmother are practicing for the concert, they receive a call from the hospital saying that Liu has become an elder brother. The grandmother happily tells Liu the news, and they immediately rush to the hospital. When Liu goes to see his baby sister, there is no one else in the room. Suddenly, the baby starts crying. Seeing this, Liu's mother assumes that she is crying because of Liu. Still, Liu does not feel bad because he knows that no one easily trusts a person with a disability. That night, Liu asks his grandmother, "You knew about Mom's pregnancy, but you still didn't tell me." The grandmother explains that it was a compulsion for both her and Liu's mother. His mother has severe diabetes, and even the doctors were unsure whether they would be able to save the baby. Liu then remembers the harsh words he had said to his mother earlier. He had blamed her for giving birth to him and said that the way he is today is entirely because of her. He had said many other hurtful things as well. He had told her, "I am suffering because of your mistake. You treat me like an animal who should always stay inside a cage." Hearing those words, his mother had started crying. Then she shouted, "Yes, I don't care about you. The way you are today is your own fate, and maybe mine too." Liu feels sad remembering the past because he realizes he should not have behaved that way with his mother. A few more days pass. One day, Liu and Yaya meet again. Liu tells her about his little sister and says that he doesn't want to go back home. The two of them go out together. At one point, Liu tries to hold Yaya's hand, but when Yaya becomes sure that Liu has truly fallen in love with her, she makes an excuse about going to the bathroom and leaves. Deep down, Liu understands that she is probably never coming back. Somehow, he gathers the courage to move forward. Before going home, he buys many candies for his mother, candies he had made himself at the cafe. When his grandmother tastes one, she becomes very happy. She tells Liu that his mother has diabetes, so she cannot eat the candies. Hearing this, Liu feels deeply hurt because he had brought them with so much love. When his grandmother steps out for a moment, Liu begins eating all the candies one by one. He is completely broken inside. It feels as if life has given him nothing but pain, and now he no longer has the strength to bear it. Suddenly, one candy gets stuck in his throat, and he starts coughing violently. His grandmother rushes in and quickly removes all the candies from his mouth. After this incident, Liu's condition worsens, and he has to be admitted to the hospital. His mother comes to see him, and she tells him something she had buried deep in her heart for years. She says, "You're like this because I made a mistake during delivery. The doctor kept telling me to push harder so we could bring the baby out safely, but I was so scared that I couldn't push properly. The delivery went wrong." After saying this, she hugs Liu tightly and begins to cry. Liu gently places his hand on her head and assures her that he will always stay by her side. Within a few days, Liu's life slowly returns to normal. One night, Liu cannot sleep, so he sits with his grandmother and they talk for a long time. She then advises Liu never to be angry with his mother. She says his mother is a good person and loves him very much. Later, as they prepare to sleep, the grandmother tells Liu that a parcel has arrived for him. Liu runs to check it, and when he opens it, he is stunned. It is a letter from the university stating that his job application has been accepted. Overjoyed, Liu and his grandmother begin celebrating. It is a huge day for both of them. His hard work and his grandmother's prayers have finally paid off. A few days later, the concert day arrives. We see the grandmother and her friends standing at the railway station, ready to leave. Liu notices Yaya there, but she leaves without meeting him. Just then, the grandmother receives a call saying the concert has been canceled because the organizer has been arrested for fraud. Everyone feels disappointed. However, the grandmother soon receives another call from the transport ministry. A few days earlier, after the argument with the bus driver, Liu had filed a complaint. Now, transport officers and senior officials publicly honor Liu and announce that because of his complaint, several drivers have been sent for retraining. Liu receives many gifts and is invited onto the stage to say a few words. At the microphone, Liu says, "I want to ask you all something. Today I have been given so many gifts, but if a normal person had filed this complaint, would you have honored them the same way? Why are people like me considered special? It's not my mother's fault, not my grandmother's fault, not even the doctor's fault. It's nature's doing. People like us need only one thing in life, and that is support. I'm grown up now. One day, my grandmother will leave this world. Then who will support me? Who will walk beside me?" His emotional speech moves everyone to tears. People realize that physically challenged individuals are not a burden. With just a little support and encouragement, they can achieve even more than ordinary people. Later, Liu meets his little sister and showers her with love. At last, he feels the happiness he had longed for. His whole family is finally together. In the final scene, Liu and his grandmother drive to a beautiful place. And this is where the story ends. Thanks for watching.